Good morning and welcome to the Mayor's Weekly News Conference. Today we will provide an update on our Welcoming America certification, showcase National Night Out, which is this Tuesday, August 6th, announce Lake Erie Cycle Fest that starts today and runs through Sunday, highlight Erie's Blues and Jazz Festival this weekend, and provide an update on LERTA. Now I'll turn it over to the Mayor.
Thanks, Renee. Good morning, everyone. It's great to be here. You know, one of the things we want to do is become a welcoming city for immigrants and refugees. And I think, as most of you probably know already, we swear in over 500 new Americans every year at the federal courthouse. And that's important. It's really what makes America, America, and Erie, Erie. I'm really pleased that Molly Higgingloss has been here with us. She's with the Welcoming American organization. She conducted a very good 4-hour training conversation last night with about 60 or 70 people here from Erie in the room, all of who are committed to making new Americans feel welcome here in Erie. So I'd like to ask Molly to come up and say a few words about her experience here in Erie. Molly.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Mayor, and thank you for the warm welcome from all of us at Welcoming America. You know, we travel around the country working with communities who are, creating a different kind of place, a place where the culture is that we welcome. Right, and it isn't a program policy. It's really about how people come together as neighbors and rely on each other and create inclusive economic development, inclusive education, inclusive civic fabric for everyone in the community. And my time here in Erie has really shown me that that is the culture of Erie, and that highlighting that on a national level is something that Welcoming America can do. And as we continue to work with Erie through the welcoming certification process, I think there's going to be some wonderful highlights that come out about government leadership, about education, about connecting communities, getting long-term residents and newcomers together, and building a more inclusive space. So right now, Erie is working on some project planning around inclusivity in full and welcoming. And with the certification process currently, there was an audit a couple of weeks ago, and at Welcoming America, we are working on moving Erie through the audit process and are doing a couple more interviews here in the community, and we'll be providing a report pretty soon. And from that, there'll be some really good action steps, and we'll take some of the things that we learned last night at the training and conversation that the mayor mentioned. We'll put that together with the audit report. We'll really come up with a comprehensive plan to get Erie to a certified welcoming space and a certified welcoming community. And they will join the ranks of a very elite group of communities in the country, about 5 thus far, who have really sort of set this super high and reached the super high benchmark and standard of welcoming. So again, I've had a wonderful time in Erie. It's been a beautifully welcoming place. And every time I said, oh, they do this really great project in a community, Nikin or others said, oh yeah, we're doing that here. So I think it's really just bringing all those pieces together and creating a comprehensive strategy to engage everyone. So again, thank you so much. I'm really happy to be here, and I look forward to continuing to work with Erie, and so does everyone at Welcoming America.
Thank you very much, Molly. We look forward to working and learning from you and becoming better at everything we do. And I also want to thank Nikin Astari Carpenter. Nikin is heading this project up for the city, and we were talking about it this morning, and I said, I'd really like to be a welcoming city by the end of this year. Do you think that's possible, Nikin? And she told me she's going to work as hard as she can on it. We're really excited now that next Tuesday, August 6th, is National Night Out Day. National Night Out is an opportunity to promote spirit in the community and encourage everyone to support their neighborhood. National Night Out will feature free food, music, games, plus an opportunity to interact with the local police and local firefighters. Very special thanks to United Way of Erie County for funding National Night Out at locations all across Erie County. Bill Jackson, the president of United Way of Erie County, is here with us to tell us more about National Night Out. Bill?
Thank you. Well, good morning, everyone. United Way's support of National Night Out dates back to 2004, and since that time, funding has been provided to organizations, neighborhood associations, and watch groups annually. This year, 21 collaborative groups have received funding from United Way to celebrate National Night Out, including 15 just in the city of Erie. National Night Out events, nationally sponsored by the National Association of Town Watch, it's a lot of national, aim to empower local neighborhoods, heighten the awareness of crime prevention, and reinforce the spirit of community. Events funded by United Way of Erie County seek to promote the spirit of community and encourage everyone to play a role in supporting the education of youth in our neighborhoods. Now in its 35th year, National Night Out is designed to heighten crime and drug prevention awareness, generate participation in local anti-crime efforts, and strengthen neighborhood spirit. The introduction of National Night Out, America's Night Out Against Crime, in 1984 began an effort to promote involvement in crime prevention activities, police-community partnerships, neighborhood camaraderie, and to send a message to criminals letting them know that neighborhoods are organized and neighbors are coming together to make their communities safe. The first National Night Out took place on Tuesday, August 7th, 1984. That first year, 2.5 million Americans took part across 400 communities in 23 states. The seed had been planted. National Night Out now involves more than 38 million people and more than 16,000 communities from all 50 states, U.S. territories, Canadian cities, and military bases worldwide. A complete list of National Night Out events happening in Erie is available online at our website, unitedwayerie.org/NNO. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bill. The work that United Way is doing throughout Erie County is really incredible. We appreciate it, and we're all really looking forward to National Night Out. My team's mapped out a travel schedule with me so that I can get to all 15 events that are within the city of Erie. And it will be a whirlwind, but there's nothing I enjoy more than talking with people in the neighborhood that they live in. Now we want to keep talking about National Night Out just a little longer here. Next, I'm going to ask our planning director, Kathy Rosdick, to come up, and she's going to talk about the survey that she and her team will be conducting at some of the sites next Tuesday. Thank you, Kathy.
Good morning. As many of you know, the city is undertaking its next neighborhood strategic planning effort in the Academy Marvintown neighborhood. We've teamed up with the Academy Neighborhood Watch. They've been a great group, very good supporting our efforts. A lot of volunteering is coming out of that group, and we really appreciate all of their efforts. As part of this process, we are going door to door, much like we did last year during the Summer of Hope in the East Bayfront neighborhood. But this year we're going door to door. So far, we've talked to 126 residents. We've also inventoried the properties to understand how, some of the conditions that the properties are in. We've inventoried over almost 2,400 properties in the Academy Marvintown neighborhood. And most of that is being done by the volunteers who live there. So again, we cannot thank you enough, and we could not do this work without you. But the important part of this planning process is it's really where we really need to hear from the people who live in these neighborhoods. We want your thoughts, your opinions on what you love, maybe what could be changed in your neighborhood. So we encourage you to answer the door when we knock and take the survey online, but we'll also be at National Night Out. It's a great way to get people when they're out, they're feeling comfortable, they feel safe. So we'll be at Bakersfield since that's in our target area. That'll be at 5:30 at Bakersfield. So please stop by. I think there's a food truck. I just saw that come across the news feed this morning. So get some tasty treat and spend about 5 or 6 minutes taking the survey with us. I'd also like to put a plug that we will be having a community meeting on this planning process August 20th at 6:30 at St. John's on East 26th Street. More information on that will be to come, but we hope to see you at Bakersfield. Thank you.
Thanks, Kathy. And I just checked the forecast for Tuesday, and it is partly sunny and a high of 83. So I think it's going to be a great evening. I encourage everybody to get out. I'm enjoying visiting with neighborhoods, and in fact, this Saturday morning I'll be on Old French Road. Is that right? On French Street, doing some door-to-door Saturday morning. And it's actually my favorite thing to do as a mayor, just to get out in the neighborhood and get to talk to people out there. So again, I hope everyone will be joining us for National Night Out on Tuesday. And you might see me maybe like at Rosler Park, where we can eat a donut dog prepared by the Stoop's very own John Villa. It's a very unique thing. I had my first one 2 years ago. I'll definitely have another one this year. You could run into me also at Piper Burley School, at the petting zoo. You could see me at Gridley Park, and there's live music there. You could see me at the JFK Center at the Free Store, or we could play games together. You could see me at MCRC, where we can experience Erie's diverse cultures. Or, one thing I'm not going to miss is having an ice cream cone at Glenwood Methodist Church. So try to see me there as well. I'll probably be hungry after 5 hours of going around as well. So there's a lot to do, experience. I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope to see many of you there as well. Another exciting event starting today, and this might be the high point of today's press conference, but you'll see why in a minute, is the Lake Erie Cycle Fest, which features 6 different rides. It starts today and runs through Sunday. I'll be riding tonight at 6 p.m. in the Cycle Fest Suffragette Ride Slow Roll. We leave from Perry Square for a 10-mile excursion throughout the city, and we'll be returning to Perry Square then for the Erie Downtown Partnership's block party. Where's John at? There he is. So now Tom New, the president and CEO of WQLN, one of the best costume guys I know as well, will share more information about Lake Erie Cycle Fest. Tom.
I've got the same outfit for you tonight.
Okay, thank you.
The mayor and I will be dressed alike. As the mayor said, Lake Erie Cycle Fest does start off tonight, and tonight, besides leading the group of riders around the city, we're also going to be led by the League of Women Voters, and we're going to be celebrating the 19th Amendment, women's suffrage and women's right to vote. And it's very important. We're hoping that besides enthusing people and getting people enthused about riding a bicycle, they'll also be reminded about how important it is to vote, and maybe we'll see more people turn out in the fall. It's going to be a costume ride. You're going to see a lot of bloomers tonight and a lot of old guys dressed like this. Lake Erie Cycle Fest, it's an event that we do every single year. This area is very unusual in that on a single bike ride you can experience a seascape, you can do Old Forest on the western side of the county, lots of fruit farms on the eastern side of the county, and of course through the city, everything from suburban to urban cycle riding. This morning we began the ride at 5 with a lap around Presque Isle, where 155 people learned that you can get out and ride your bike before it's time to shower and go to work. There wasn't much showering before that bike ride. So we continue the bike ride tomorrow, and it's a tour to the vineyard on the east side of Erie County. We begin at, that ride is presented by the YMCA, and we begin at Shades Beach. And there is a 21 and a 50-mile bike ride that goes around the all the farms that are on the east side of the county. On Saturday, we've got 2 different kind of rides. We've got Tour to West County, which is road rides that range between 12 and 50 miles. But we also have a gravel grinder. The road rides are presented by Emergicare. The gravel grinder is presented by Rocket 105. And gravel grinder rides are becoming popular in the country. We're hoping that this one takes off. On Sunday, we wrap it up. We've got WQLN. We're going to have our Alley Cat ride. We're going to explore some of the alleys on the west side of the city, but we're also going to listen to performers on different corners as cyclists ride around and they collect cards, because it's also a poker run for the older folks and a old maid run for the younger folks. They'll be visiting historic locations around the city. Again this year, we're partnered with the Blues and Jazz Festival. We're very proud to be with that partnership. We call the whole weekend our Rhythm and Ride Weekend. I think that is about everything. So all the information is online at eriecyclefest.org. Mayor, I'll get you one of these hats.
Thank you, Tom. I think. I've never seen anyone dressed more in costume in my life. I actually ran in a 5K several years ago where he was dressed as Beethoven running in the 5K. So I am looking forward to the Bike Fest here in Erie and being with you tonight on the road. It's really great that the Lake Erie Cycle Fest is the same weekend as the Erie Blues and Jazz Festival as well. These 2 great events offer Erie amazing rhythm and ride for the weekend. So that's right, the Erie Blues and Jazz Festival, which is now in its 27th year, is also this weekend. Next, John Vanko, who created the event and still serves on the festival's board, will give us a complete rundown of all the family-friendly entertainment and activities that will be taking place at Frontier Park. John, all I can say is, where's your costume?
This is it. I'm dressed for a pleasant weekend. Thank you, Mayor. For all the years of the festival, the one consistent sponsor has been the City of Erie, and we've appreciated that. And it takes place at the beautiful Frontier Park. And thanks to the city and to the Lake Erie Arboretum at Frontier, the changes to that park over the period of the festival have been tremendous and just wonderful. It's such a beautiful facility that the city offers. So we start on Friday. This is the third year that we have a 3-day festival, and we've added to the traditional blues and jazz music lineup a wide array of other arts activities, ranging from visual arts and dance to theater and poetry, and I'll forget something, but working with the Erie Dance Consortium, we have a great tap dance program, both workshops and performances. There are workshops as well in a whole range of visual arts activities. We'll have demonstrations of wood turning, glass blowing. The Pittsburgh Glass Center's portable Hot Wheels, portable glass furnace will be on site through the weekend on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And blacksmithing on Saturday, and it goes on and on and on. There's a comprehensive schedule of all the activities. And they're designed for all ages, so they're very much of a family event, and so there's something to do every day for young people as well as adults. And that list is on Facebook, and it's also on eriebluesandjazz.com. So please avail yourself of that. There's also nice coverage today in the Times Showcase, and of course the television stations have also been very good about providing information about it, and I hope to see you all there at Frontier Park this weekend. Thank you.
Thank you very much, John. The schedule looks great, and as John mentioned, is available online. The Facebook address is facebook.com// Blues and Jazz Festival. We encourage everyone to attend the Blues and Jazz Festival. My wife Rhonda and I will be there and look forward to seeing and talking with all of you there. Next, I'm happy to tell you that we have now exceeded the $6 million mark in LERTA applications here during the month of July. As of the close of business yesterday, which was the last business day of July, we received 22 residential permits with a projected cost of $4,656,240 and 7 commercial permits with a projected cost of $1,715,798. So during the 24 business days of July, we received 29 applications with a total projected building cost of $6,372,038. So I'm very proud that that is working, and I'm hoping this is going to continue this pace for several months. Finally, remember that this afternoon at 1:30, Chief Guy Santone and I will have a special press conference out on North Park Road to unveil the 2019 fire truck that's now here in Erie. I hope you all can join us for that. That concludes today's press conference. Everyone that spoke will be available for interviews. Thanks for being here.